Hey YouTube, it's Brick Blaze here, and I'm gonna have to ask you to stick with me for a minute because this might be a long one. Basically, if you watched the b.s. hour the other night, the topic was, "What's your favorite video game series of all time?" And mine was Street Fighter. And then I showed off some of the games that I have. Well, I have gathered all of them that I could find. I know off the top of my head there's at least one more. No, actually, I believe there's two or three actually that are still packed away in boxes that I'm not sure where they're at yet. So basically, that's Street Fighter Alpha on Game Boy Advance, which I believe is Street Fighter Alpha 3, if I'm not mistaken, on Game Boy Advance, and then the Street Fighter 3, the two versions on Dreamcast. And they're packed away somewhere. I don't know where they're at, but I will show you everything else that I have located. So starting with Street Fighter 2 on the Game Boy. And of course it's black and white if you're playing in a regular Game Boy, and if you had a Game Boy Color, it would play in color. Actually not that great a version of the game, but also not too shabby for being on the Game Boy. And then of course, Ultra Street Fighter on Street Fighter 2 on the Switch. I showed that off the other night. Got the OG original Street Fighter 2 release on the Super NES. Got Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the Super NES. We've got Super Street Fighter 2 on the NES. Now, I do have the box and the manual and everything to this one, and like I said the other night, it's, again, packed away in some of the boxes somewhere. I have not unpacked everything since we moved to this other house. But yeah, this box was on a display, like, shrine at my house. Around the G.I. Joe figures, because I have a lot of those too, the G.I. Joe Street Fighter figures that they made. But then I also have Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition on the Genesis and Super Street Fighter 2 on the Genesis. I have got Capcom Classics Collection Remixed on PSP. This has Street Fighter 1 on it and a bunch of other Capcom games. I've got Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max on the PSP. I've got Street Fighter Cross Tekken on the Vita. I've got Street Fighter 4 on the Xbox 360. And I got this one. This is the one that I have not played. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the 3DO. I don't own a 3DO, nor have I ever owned one. I would like to get one someday. I just got to find one at a reasonable enough price for me. But yeah, this game, I bought it. I found it in a clearance bin. And, I opened it just to look at everything. But it's never been played, never seen a system. So it's brand new, technically. So we also got Street Fighter Alpha on PlayStation 1. We've got Street Fighter Alpha 2 on PlayStation 1. I've got Street Fighter Alpha 3 on PlayStation 1. We've got Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha on PlayStation 1, which was like their first attempt at a 3D fighting game. Street Fighter EX 2 Plus. I don't think it's Alpha. Yeah, no, it's just EX2 Plus. Then I have got the Street Fighter Collection on PlayStation 1, and this one included Street Fighter Alpha... Oh, it's Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold, all in one collection. And then Alpha 2 Gold was like an upgraded version of Alpha 2 that we never got in America until that point. I also have Street Fighter Collection 2. This one contains Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 The World Warriors, which is the original game, and Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. So they kind of went backwards, honestly. Collection 2 has the older games. I have got Street Fighter the Movie The Game. So literally this is digitized, so it kind of resembled Mortal Kombat in terms of the graphical style. And it's digitized to the characters from the movie. Kind of plays like Street Fighter. Some of the moves, though, I'm not going to lie, because they tried to mimic the actual Street Fighter game with the movies acting the characters from the movie, and so it didn't work so well. So now we're moving on to the PlayStation 2 goodies. So there's Street Fighter EX3. That's the third in the 3D collection. Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. This one includes Street Fighter 3 Third Strike and Street Fighter 2 Hyper, the Anniversary Edition. Hyper Street Fighter 2, they're calling it, okay? Oh, it's a blend of all 5 Street Fighter 2 games together. And then I also have the Street Fighter Alpha Anthology, which contains Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, 2 Gold, 3, and then Gem Fighter. Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, which is like a little puzzle game, but with the Street Fighter characters. Incidentally, I also have Pocket Fighter, which is exactly what that is. It's a puzzle game. So next we're going to move on to PlayStation 3. And, of course, I have got Street Fighter 4. And then I bought the Collector's Edition, and it came with the little Ryu statue. He's actually upstairs in the curio cabinet. And then we've got Super Street Fighter 4, which is the first upgrade for that one. And then there's another one that I don't know if there's one that I'm missing on PS3, sort of. Here we go. So Ultra Street Fighter 4. Then the next one after that is what I'm missing. It's Ultra Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, but I sort of have it. So here's Street Fighter Cross Tekken for the PS3 Special Edition. And in this right here, this has the Arcade Edition of Street Fighter 4. The one that I technically don't have a disc by itself, but it's in this collection, so I just don't have it with its original artwork. This was in a big Street Fighter Anniversary Collection that was like $150 or $200 when it came out, and it came with a Ryu statue of him doing a Dragon Punch, and it lights up around it and stuff. It's really awesome. It's packed away somewhere, so I don't have it to show right now. And then onto the PS4, we've got Street Fighter V. I've got Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. I've got Street Fighter V Champion Edition. And then I have the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. This includes Street Fighter 1, 2 Champion Edition, 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, Standard Street Fighter 3, all on one disc. And then, so that's all the games outside of the ones that I mentioned earlier that I haven't located yet. However, I do have some other things that are really cool. So this is a 15th anniversary Street Fighter M. Bison Xbox controller. And you can see if we can get a good view of it. It's got a holographic emblem on the controller. The picture changes. I've never actually pulled this out of the box and used it, so new and sealed. This one is a PlayStation Akuma controller. This one has been out of the box and used a couple of times, but I put them back in there. And the same thing, the picture changes with Akuma in there. And this one is a Chun-Li PlayStation controller. And she's in there. Picture changes. And then last, but certainly not least, Ken for the PlayStation is not in there because this is the one I used most of the time. Ken was my favorite character. This was actually the first one of these that I bought. And I bought it with the intention of using it. The other ones, the M. Bison one I bought, I paid full price for, but the Akuma and the Chun-Li I actually picked up on clearance. And so I really didn't have any intention of using them. But well, this one was like, this is my everyday beater for a long time on PlayStation 2. So there we go. That is my Street Fighter collection. Sorry, I was looking for the mouse to stop this recording. But I want to thank you guys very much for watching, especially if you stuck all the way to the end like this. And I do plan on doing a lot more collection videos, not just necessarily with video games, but maybe show off some of my Transformers. I'll do Lego collections if you guys want to see that kind of stuff. Just let me know. Did you enjoy this little romp through history? And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.